I'm Jennifer, and this is my book nook. I'm going to do a review on Linda Byler's Running Around and Such. To start off with, this book is about an Amish family and written by an Amish woman. Linda Byler, the author, grew up Amish and is a member of the Amish Church in Pennsylvania. To tell you a little bit about the Amish. The Amish believe in living apart from the evils of this world. So that includes not having electricity in their houses or in their places of business. They don't have cars. They also all dress alike. Their bishop will tell them what kind of clothes they can wear, what colors, what styles. So all the women will wear a certain kind of dress with a certain kind of head covering, a certain kind of apron, and the men all have their own kind of clothing line. They do this to avoid becoming proud or coveting what the others have. So it's a way of staying humble and not looking at each other in a way to try to better themselves. They all try to love each other. They're big into community. So they have a very strong focus on family and community. They also have a very high view of the bishop. They believe that God put the bishop in place as their leader, and they listen to whatever he says for the most part. I've read a lot of Amish books before and was really excited to actually read one that was written by an Amish author, but that excitement didn't last very long. The Amish have a slower pace of life, and you could tell by reading this book because not much happens in the 324 pages. It really didn't keep my attention. I think when people read books or watch movies, they try to find escapes from their own life, or they like to go on an adventure that they can't usually get without leaving the comfort of their home. You can see how other people live or have lived in the past, and I really didn't feel like when I read this book that I got much of that escape. Kind of bored. And I felt like that not much happened throughout the book, similar to a normal life, the real life of house cleaning, cooking, shopping, things like that. The main character, Lizzie, is a teenage girl who's going through a lot of changes right now. At the beginning of their book, their family moves to a new community. She's also dealing with a lot of the same things that other teenagers go through, such as being self-conscious about the way that you look, having low self-esteem, going through a lot of changes in life, general anxiety, and like other girls, looking at boys now for the first time. Lizzie starts her Rumspringa during this book. That is what the Amish call their running around years. It starts at age 16 for both boys and girls. It's a time when they can all get together, all the youth get together every other Sunday or so, and spend time together. They have different activities planned throughout the year, and it's a time to get to know each other so that you can start looking for a mate. Also during your Rumspringa, you can start working outside of the home. You're also allowed to court, which is a big thing. But it also is a time, the main part of the Rumspringa and why it's called running around years, is that you get to experience other things of the world. So they have the freedom to experience the world before deciding to join the Amish church or the Amish faith. Kind of get it out of your system, so to speak. Since it's based on true experiences, you get a glimpse of what the Amish life is really like. At the same time, realizing that Amish teenagers deal with a lot of the same stuff that Englishers do, which is the term for non-Amish people. This book is the first book of the Lizzie Searches for Love series. There are 2 more other books, and this book ends pretty abruptly, assuming that you are going to read the next 2 books. Unfortunately, by the time I got to the end, I decided that I wouldn't be reading the next 2 books. There are a couple good things that I liked about this book. At the end, there are recipes. Amish recipes, some of them they mention throughout the book. And they're common recipes in that area, which I thought was kind of cool and added to it. Also is a glossary of terms. The Amish speak with they have English as their main language. They use High German for their Bible, and they speak in Pennsylvania Dutch. So throughout the book, they will reference some terms that are Pennsylvania Dutch. It's easy to tell when you're reading it what they mean, especially if you've read other Amish books. but there is the glossary at the back to help in case you have any questions. So overall, the book didn't really thrill me. I've read a lot more Amish books that were better, so if you have a chance to read a different one, I would suggest it. But if you do know someone that is younger, they may enjoy it better because it's pretty easy reading. So please rate the video, and if you have any comments, please leave them below, and subscribe to more additional videos. Thank you.